guys, it's K Cars, and today I'm going to be making a review video of the long tube headers that I have on this 2016 Dodge Challenger ScatPack. If you guys haven't seen my previous videos about these mods, I posted a video of me going up to the shop to get these installed at OST Dyno, and I also uploaded a video of me picking the car up and going through the Fort Pitt tunnel with this car with the long tube headers on. So that was a whole bunch of fun. If you haven't seen those videos, make sure to definitely check those out. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about how I like it, all the prices that I paid for everything, as well as I'm going to show you guys a bunch of before and after clips of how it sounded without the long tube headers and how it sounds now. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with this video. Hope you guys enjoy. So to start off, I'm just going to tell you guys what exactly I got done to the car. So I got the Cook's 1 7/8 inch long tube headers and catless mid pipes. So the reason I got that is because one of my friends, Saif, he actually has the same exact setup on his SRT 392. If you haven't seen that video, I actually did a video review about that car. Make sure to go check that out. I just loved the way that his car sounded with that exact setup, so I decided why not just get that for myself. So that's basically the reason why I decided to go with that. And I decided to go with Cook's because I heard a lot of great reviews about them, especially about their customer support and all that and how they fit on the car. And yes, they are a lot more expensive than maybe like JBA or American Racing, but you get what you pay for. The quality of the Cook's headers are a lot better than like JBA or something else like that. So that's basically why I went with Cook's. Alright guys, so I just wanted to show you like what the headers actually look like. You can see they're pretty shiny because they are brand new, and they are a lot lower than the stock headers were because they are long, obviously. And there you can see the catless mid pipes. Show you a better look at that. All the way back there. Looks like a really good install. So I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering about the prices and how much power it picked up from these mods, so that's actually what I'm going to go over next. So just for the headers, I paid around $1,000, a little bit over, and that was during the Black Friday sale, so I believe it was about 20% off. So during that sale, I paid about $1,000 for the headers. And now for the mid pipes, those were about $580, a little bit cheaper, and that actually wasn't during the Black Friday sale. I purchased those separately. But yeah, the headers were about $1,000, the mid pipes were about $580. Alright guys, so now I'm going to go over the prices from OST Dyno and tell you guys exactly how much I paid for everything. So right here I have the invoice from OST Dyno that they gave me, and it has all the prices that I had to pay. So for the headers, they had removal, which was removing the factory exhaust, removing the sensors, removing the mid pipes, and removing the factory headers. So that took about 3 hours, and they charged $95 an hour for that. So they charge $95 an hour if I bought the parts, but if you buy the parts through them, they charge $85 an hour. So for the removal of the headers, I paid $95 per hour for 3 hours, and then for the installation, it's another 3 hours, so $285 and $285 just for labor. And then I also decided to get a two-step, and I actually bought that through them. It's actually the Stage 6 Motorsports two-step for this car. Unfortunately, they were not able to install that in the time frame that they had, just because it was kind of my fault. I basically told them about that like a week before I was scheduled to go in. So they only scheduled enough time for the installation of the headers and tune, not the two-step. So I'm actually going back July 2nd just to get the two-step installed. And if you guys were wondering, the two-step was about $315 just for the parts. Next, I'm going to talk about the unlocked PCM that I had to get for this car. So if you have a 2015 or newer Challenger or Charger, they come with a locked PCM from the factory, so you can't tune it unless you get it unlocked. So for the unlocked PCM, that was $600 just for the part, and then it took about 30 minutes for them to install at $85 an hour, so that was $42.50 for the install of the unlocked PCM. Then after that, I got a custom dyno tune, and they charged $550 for that. I actually have the dyno graph from that, so I'm going to go over that after I talk about all the prices for this. Then the shipping for the parts was $25, and then they had a miscellaneous cost of $15. So the total was actually a lot more than I was expecting, but you know, you get what you pay for. So I wanted to go to a really good performance shop, which was OST Dyno, like I've said. So the total came out to $21.16 before tax, and then with tax is $22.43 for the whole thing. So that's what I paid OST Dyno for everything. And I also had to pay for the headers and the mid pipes. So it was really expensive. When I go back on July 2nd to get the two-step installed, it's probably not going to take that long, and it's going to be on $85 an hour because I bought it through them, so hopefully it's not going to be that much more expensive. I'm going to be making a whole bunch of videos when I get the two-step installed as well, so definitely subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the dyno graph and go over all the numbers. Here's the dyno graph from OST Dyno that I got, and I'll be completely honest with you guys, I'm not really sure how to read this. But what he showed me whenever I picked this car up is right here. You guys probably can't see that, but it says 422, and that's the stock horsepower, wheel horsepower. So before they installed everything, that's how much it put down. And after the install, you can see it says 470 right there. So it picked up about 48 horsepower just from the headers and mid pipes. I was expecting about 15 to 20 horsepower gain, but almost 50, that's pretty insane for just headers and mid pipes. So I was really not expecting that much. So as of right now, the car has 470 wheel horsepower, and stock it was 422. So yeah, that's a pretty significant increase just from headers. Yeah, I'd highly recommend OST Dyno if you need any kind of tuning done to your car, because they did a great job. I am extremely happy with this. So I really love the long tube headers and how they sound. They actually sound a whole lot better than I was expecting. It actually sounds a lot different than I was expecting, to be honest, because I searched up a bunch of videos about these headers on a Challenger on YouTube, but I couldn't really find that many, and the ones I found didn't really sound as good as I was hoping. But this car with the long tube headers sounds a lot better than I was expecting. So I highly recommend the Cook's long tube headers with the callus mid pipes, because it sounds amazing, as you guys are about to hear. One thing that I also wanted to mention is that when I downshift, like for some reason it sounds like it's a bigger engine. It sounds a lot deeper, and of course it's a lot raspier too, but I mean it sounds really good. It's not like a bad raspy, it's just extremely loud, and it's a lot deeper when you're downshifting. So another thing that I wanted to talk about is actually the smell, because with callus mid pipes you definitely can smell the gas a lot. So especially when you're like downshifting and coming to a stop, then that's when you can smell it the most. That's what I've noticed. So it's not really a bad smell, but after a while I do kind of get a headache, and I actually do end up smelling like the gas or smoke, whatever. That is kind of a downside, but some people like that smell, and it doesn't really bother me that much. If you don't want to smell like gas when you get out of this car, and if you don't want to smell the gas like occasionally when you're downshifting and coming to a stop, then you probably shouldn't get callus mid pipes, because you definitely do smell the gas. Now I'm probably going to show you guys the exhaust clips from like before and after, so really hope you guys enjoy these exhaust clips. Honestly guys, the video does not do it justice, but I hope you guys still enjoy how it sounds. And I also wanted to apologize if there's any wind noise, because it is kind of windy, so hopefully it's not that bad. Alright guys, so now I'm gonna have the camera a lot farther back so you guys can get like a different perspective of how it sounds. So I hope you guys hear it okay, hope the wind noise isn't too bad, and hope you guys enjoy. honest, guys, I was actually kind of afraid to floor it there because when it only had the mid muffler lead and I did that, it barely lost traction. But there, as you guys probably saw, it went all kind of sideways and it like didn't have traction at all, and I actually didn't floor it completely. So that shows you how much of a horsepower difference there actually was. And yes, guys, I know I have to get wider tires now because I'm not going to be able to do any kind of racing with the stock 245s. As you just saw, I didn't even floor it and the car completely did not have any traction. It was like I was just doing a burnout the whole time. That's how much of a difference the header and the tune made to this car. As you guys can probably hear, the idle sounds really good right now. And yes, I can smell the gas a lot because it's just sitting there idling and just letting all that gas smell out. So you can definitely smell that, but it sounds extremely good. I think I'm definitely gonna have to get a set of Mickey Thompson's, probably 305 drag radials. That's probably what I'm trying to get next. So we'll see if that happens. So comment if you guys have any suggestions for tires that I could get. So I hope you guys like those exhaust clips because this car sounds incredible with these long tube headers. So if you guys have any more questions that I didn't answer in this video, make sure to drop those down below in the comments because I'm going to be replying to any questions that you guys have in the comments. And if you liked this video or found it entertaining or informative or whatever, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And you definitely want to subscribe because I have a bunch of reaction videos coming with this car, and one is actually with a police officer, so that should be pretty interesting. So if you guys want to see that video, you definitely want to subscribe. So as always, thanks for watching.